Sorry, I got cut off there, but, I got cut off by a call there, but, anyway. What I was saying was Dennis Rodman knew his role pretty damn well. And I think Russell Westbrook is going to be the one that has to realize he's not going to be a big triple-double guy in LA. You know, because the main scorer is going to be AD. AD, if he stays healthy, God forbid, will be the main scorer. And LeBron is probably going to be the facilitator, kind of. I mean, LeBron's role is weird because he scores. If you ask him to score like 30 a night, he'll do it. But he has, like, he can facilitate, like, because I think the only reason LeBron was able to drop 30 last year is because AD wasn't there. Because the year before, when everyone was healthy in the bubble and everything, LeBron led the league in assists, and AD averaged more points than him. So LeBron will probably be the facilitator. AD will be the main rebounder and scorer. AD will be the main defender and scorer. Westbrook is going to be in a weird position. He's going to have to be the number 3 guy. He's never been that. He's always been a 1 or a 2. But the number 3 guy, he's going to have to take a step back. But there are going to be nights where he's a number 1 guy. But, you know, he's got to know his role here. And he can't be trying to average a triple-double again because he's not in that place with LeBron and AD. And I think he knows that. So, hopefully, they're able to find a way to work out. I think it's going to be a little. It's going to be a little shaky for like maybe the first month or two. Then they're going to figure things out, and I don't know if they're going to win the championship, but they'll be a top seed. All right. So Wilson is very confident in the Seahawks this year, and you know Russell Wilson. The crazy thing about him is he might be a little underrated, at least when it comes to the MVP discussion. He's never had a losing season. He's never missed a start. The problem is, the reason he's never had a losing season, the reason he always wins, like has winning seasons, is because he dominates the first half, and it's not like he's bad in the second half. He just takes a step back. You know, that's why he's never won an MVP. But he should at least have a vote. He doesn't even have a vote, an MVP vote. He lost to Lamar unanimously. You gotta at least give him a vote for what he did. Especially when Lamar won, because Wilson actually remained pretty consistent that year. You know, he was just as good in the beginning of the season as he was in the middle. You know, so Russell Wilson, I think deserves more love in the MVP discussion. But I think the Seahawks, now that, the Rams signed Sony Michel, so they'll probably be a little boosted a bit. So, but I think with the Niners, I'm a little worried about their quarterback situation. And with the Rams, they can compete with both those teams, but the Rams not having Cam Akers, I think they have a shot in this division. All right. So Brian Hoyer praised Mac Jones, praised his intelligence, really, and it's exactly what the Patriots were looking for. He looks good in the preseason, and the reason he's going to succeed in New England is because New England is not going to ask him to be a Trey Lance and be some athletic freak. He's going to be, Trey Lance is going to, not Trey Lance. Mac Jones was supposed to be, he's supposed to have a similar play style to Tom Brady. I think that's what people should have said instead of, saying he's the next Tom Brady. he's going to have a similar play style. He's not athletic, but he's calm in the pocket. He's a good pocket passer, and he had to be very accurate. So that's what he's done so far. All right. Finally, here's who I think NFL.com. Here's how I think they will rank the final 10 remaining NFL players. So number 10 is TJ Watt, which is actually exactly what I said. TJ Watt, I believe, should have won Defensive Player of the Year, but he didn't. But, he had a great season, best season so far. TJ Watt, by the way, I can't believe, just as a side note, can't believe the NFL is coming back in 13 days. That's crazy. But TJ Watt, 15 sacks this year, 23 tackles for loss, led the league, 15 sacks for the league. He had 41 quarterback hits. This is why I think he should have won over Donald. He ended up beating most stats, But I think they're going to say he's number 10. Number 9 is also the same thing I had with DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins, you can argue, is the best receiver in the league over Adams. I guess the Packers fan kind of comes out in me when I say Adams is the best, but because, the thing is, I know Hopkins has done it with bad quarterbacks, but what were his best seasons? They were the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, he's had Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson. That's not a bad life. But he was good before that, so you can argue he's the best receiver in the league. In my opinion, right now it's Adams. And also definitely this year, because, like I said, it's the best players this year. Not overall, this year. This year Adams was definitely the best, but I think they're going to have Hopkins at number 9. Number 8, for me, number 8 was Davante Adams, but I think they're going to put Travis Kelce there. I don't know why. I think he had one of the best years, as good a year as a tight end can have, but, I think they're going to rank him number 8 because I feel like they have almost a limit of how high tight ends can be, so I think he's going to be number 8. Number 7, Number 7 is the same for both my list and NFL.com. It's Josh Allen. I'd be floored if he's ahead of Mahomes, Brady, or Rodgers. And I'd even be floored if he's ahead of a Henry or a Donald, He had a great season. He came second in MVP voting. He had 47 total touchdowns, I believe. 46, I believe, right? 46 or 45, I don't remember, but multiple rushing touchdowns, multiple passing touchdowns. If I had to pick a quarterback first, it would not be Mahomes in fantasy. This is fantasy, by the way, not real NFL. In fantasy, I would pick Josh Allen all the way. But anyway, back to real NFL. Josh Allen had a great season, but I don't think he can go any higher than 7. Even for NFL.com. Because this is how the players are voting. I don't think they're not... I just don't think they're going to rank him much higher than that. Number 6, I think NFL.com is going to put Davante Adams. Now, I had Kelce at 6 and Adams at 8. I don't think Adams should be this high, but I think they will put him there. Just because of his historic season, 115 receptions, over 1,000 yards, led the league in touchdowns, I think that's just too... It just has too nice of a ring to it to rank him lower than 6, but I think they do realize that the remaining 5 players deserve to be higher than Adams. Number 5, I think, is agreed for both me and the players. Number 5 is Derrick Henry. 2,000-yard season, which is almost unheard of. Did he win Offensive Player of the Year this year? Sorry, I'm looking it up. Damn it. Yes, it was. It was Derrick Henry. Anyway, as I was saying, he won Offensive Player of the Year, 2,000 yards rushing. He's an absolute freak. He won up to last year, which we did not think he was going to be able to do, but he did. He definitely deserves to be number 5. I think that's obvious to both me and the players. Number 4 is also agreed with me and the players. Aaron Donald. I do believe Watt had a better season, but I don't think the NFL players are going to say... I mean, just because Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year... they're just going to rank him higher. And he's been ranked top 5 the last, 3 years. So, and the fact that he had this year 13.5 sacks, he didn't lead the league. That's another reason why I think Watt deserved it over him. But Donald is an absolute freak. I think me and the players know he should be number 4. Now the disagreements start. I don't think the players are going to rank Aaron Rodgers number 1. I think he's going to be number 3. I really do. And I have him at number 1 because it's the best NFL players this year. Rodgers was the best quarterback this year. And don't get me wrong, overall, it's clearly Mahomes is better, but I don't think they're going to say it. I think they're going to say Rodgers is number 3 behind Mahomes and Brady. Now, the big question. So I have Mahomes at number 2 over Brady this season, right? Do I? Or do I have Brady at number 2? No, I only have Brady at number 2 because he beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And he won Super Bowl MVP. So I have him a little ahead by a nose, but I think the players are going to do the same thing. 2 Mahomes, 1 Brady. But that's the list that I think the NFL players are going to vote on. Just to recap, I think the NFL players are going to go 10 Watt, 9 Hopkins, 8 Kelsey, 7 Josh Allen, 6 Adams, 5 Henry, 4 Donald, 3 Rodgers, 2 Mahomes, 1 Brady. You heard it here first. All right. Good stuff today. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Have a good day. See you Monday.